Hello everyone. In this lesson we are going to talk about tuples. So what are tuples? A tuple is basically a collection of ordered elements. It's similar to a list but there are some key differences. Tuples are ordered, immutable and also can store multiple data types. Now how we can create a tuple? Tuples are created by placing elements inside parentheses. We can create different types of tuples such as an integer tuple, a string tuple, a mixed tuple, or even a nested tuple. Let's start with creating an integer tuple. So I will create a tuple by writing value and then I will write parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I will write 1, 2, 3. So you can see inside the parentheses, I have added the element 1, 2, 3. Notice that each element is separated by a comma. This is an example of integer tuple. Similarly, we can also create a tuple of string. How we can create a tuple of string? For example, I will use a variable called days and assign it a tuple like Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Here Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday is an element and each element is separated by a comma. So the use of parentheses indicate that this is a tuple. Now let's create another tuple. So I will write variable name mixed tuple and then I will write parentheses, then string value hello and floating value 3.14 and boolean value true. Another tuple like nested tuple like this. If we want to display these values on output window, so we will use print function. Suppose I want to display this mixed tuple, so I will write print. Inside the parentheses, I will write my variable name which is mixed tuple. I will click on this run button. You will see this mixed tuple is displayed on output window. In the same way, if I want to check the type of this mixed tuple, then we will use type function. And you can see it tells us that class tuple. In the same way, if I want to find the length of this tuple, then we will use the function length. So I will replace the type with the length function and after that I will click on this run button. Now you can see we have 5. It means that we have 5 elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have total 5 elements in this tuple. So we can also create an empty tuple. For example, tuple is equals to empty. This is also a tuple. If I want to display, then I will write print and inside the parentheses I will write my variable name. You can see this is displayed on output window. And if we want to check the type of this tuple, then I will use the type function and after that I will click on this run button. You will see it displays that type tuple. In the same way, if we want to create a tuple with single value, for example, if I write 1 and then comma, it means when we want to create a tuple with single value, then we need to write comma with this single value. When I click on this run button, you will see it display this is a class tuple. If I remove this comma and then execute, you will see now at this time it displays this is the class of integer. So when it's important, whenever we have only one element, then we need to write comma. I will click on this run button. You will see at this time it will display tuple. In the same way, I'm going to take another example. Let me write tuple 1 is equals to, I will write hello and then I will write print. Inside the parentheses, I will write my variable name which is tuple 1. When I click on this run button, you will see it displays tuple 1. But when I write at here, comma, and then I will click on this run button, I want to find the type of this one. So when I type, then you can see it displays this is a class tuple. When I remove this comma, then class will be changed and it will display this is a string value. So whenever we have a single value in a tuple, then we need to write comma with this. So in case of we have multiple values, then we can write values like tuple is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. It means whenever we have multiple value, then it's optional to write comma or not. So if I write print and I will write type function with the parenthesis, inside this I will write tuple and click on this run button, you will see it display class tuple. If I remove this comma and click again on this run button, you can see the class tuple is the same. So now let's talk about indexing. Indexing in tuple allows us to access specific element based on their position. Indexing always starts from 0. We have two types of indexing in a positive indexing and negative indexing. Positive indexing always starts from 0. Negative indexing always starts from -1, -2, -3 and -4. So negative indexing starts from right to left and positive indexing starts from left to right. Let's take an example of positive indexing at first. I'm going to write tuple 1 is equals to, I will write random values like hello and then I will write true and 3.44. If I want to access the first element, then how we can access? I will write print. Inside the parenthesis, I will write my variable name tuple 1 with the square bracket. It means if I want to access the first element, then I will write 0 and I will click on this run button. You will see 10 is displayed on output window. In the same way, if I want to access hello, then I will write 1 and click on this run button. You will see hello is displayed on output window. In the same way, if I want to display true, then I will write 2 and click on this run button. You will see true is displayed on output window. So this was the positive indexing. And the same way, if I want to access the element like 3.14 by using negative indexing, then I will write -1 and I will click on this run button. You will see 3.44 is displayed on output window. So -1, -2, -3 and -4. If I want to access by using negative index, then I will write -4 and click on this run button. You will see at this time 10 is displayed on output window. So this was the positive or negative indexing. Now let's talk about tuples method. So basically tuples are immutable sequences, meaning their values cannot be modified after creation. Unlike list, tuples have only a few built-in methods: count and index. Count is used to count number of occurrence of a specified values in a tuple. For example, t is equals to tuple. I will write 1, 2, 3, 2, again 2, again 2 and 2. After that, I will write print and inside the parenthesis I will write variable name dot function count. Count function is used to count the number of occurrence of a specified value. So I want to calculate 2, so I will write 2. After that I will click on this round and you will see, so the specified number 2 is displayed 5 times on output. So it's mean how many times 2 is appeared in tuple. Let's take another example. I'm going to write fruits is equals to apple, banana and then I will write again apple. I want to access this apple, so I will write print parenthesis variable name fruits dot count. Inside the parenthesis I will write apple. So it tells us that apple appears 2 times in a tuple. Now let's talk about the next function, which is index function. Why we use this index function? Index function is used to return the first index of a specified value in a tuple. How we can understand that? Let me write an example. For example, tuple is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 and then I will write print. Inside the parenthesis I will write variable name dot index. Inside the parenthesis I will write 20 and then I will click on this run button. So you can see it display 1. It's mean when I write 20, then it's mean it will display 20 is appeared at index 1. So the index of 20 is 1. So tuples are immutable. It means that tuple cannot be changed after they are created. So tuples are immutable. So it means tuples are immutable. It means that tuple cannot be changed after they are created. Let me write an example like tuple is equals to 1, 2 and 3. So suppose I want to change index 0, which is 1, and I want to change with 5, and after that when I write print inside the parenthesis tuple, you will see it will create an error because it doesn't allows us to change any value. So tuples are immutable. So this was the lesson. I hope you liked the lesson. So if you have any question, then you can write in a comment box.